Karibu sana orege na ngagucokeria ngatho ni undu woguo witikirite guthie na mbere na kunyitirira kirathi gia Karo KINYUGO MWAURA na njira ya ku view videos uka like na share na ninge uga subscribe. Ngagucokeria ngatho na ino orege ni channel ya kirathi gia Karo KINYUGO MWAURA na ni ritwa riakwa no taguo njitagwo Karo KINYUGO MWAURA. No ihinda-ini riri ndenda gukwiririkania ati tabarira ya kirathi gia Karo KINYUGO MWAURA irugamirirwo ni kambuni ya wendia wa migunda ya Brico Homes. Brico Homes mari na migunda kuria mwena wa Nyahururu, mena migunda Kitengela, Mai Mahiu, ona ninge guku Juja Farm. Na ninge ndomenya ati ihinda-ini riri migunda iria iri Juja Farm no ukorwo ukiyukia mugunda kundu kwina rami, kundu gukurite muno gwina thitima na ninge kuri na mai na muigana wa 490,000 Kenya shillings. Na nigetha ukorwo ukigura broti na Brico Homes ninge ndohure na beo iri house screen ni yaku ikuo ni muiritu witagwo Pauline na ni agukorwo agigutara njira iria iri ho bacirire cia kuyukia mugunda na Brico Homes. Muthenya wa muthi twaingira thiini wa tabarire ingi ya ngano iria ngwiraga ikoragwo iriri cia guthikiriria kuria mundu aumite rugendo ruria agereire ruri ruo kana maithori kana moritu no umuthi tukaigwa ariha aumireire ku thutha wa kugerera maundu macio mothe na ngwiraga ngano ici nyendaga ikorwo iri cia gukumiriria na ningi ona nie njikariire hariria ngukorwo ngiuria ciuria ona ino ngoragwo ngigio ni ugi na ngamenya uria onanie muturire-ini wakwa ingihota gutorania hari maundu maria ndiragerera. Muthenya wa umuthi ndirakurehera muiritu wina rugano rwega muno, rugano rwa gugwikira hinya na maundu maria tukwariria ni maundu marathie na mbere thiini wa society itu o kuma kianda nginya rugongo na mwena gutire kundu tutaraigwa ng'ano ikonaine na FGM kana airitu kuruithio kia hinya. Muthenya wa umuthi turaraniria na muiritu wetagwo Evangeline Mukami. Evangeline aranjira ati we ekirwo FGM kana kuruithio ari kairitu kanini muno, kairitu ona gatakinyitie miaka ya kibandi na kanjira moritu maria agereire nimo muguthi mamuhete kanya ga gukorwo akihe airitu agitake mweke wa kwiyaria na ninge agakorwo akihunjia mogwati magwikwo giikota kiu. Na umuthi Evangeline aranjira ati kuringana hihi na kuria akirereirwo ndakuhota kwaria na ruthiomi rwa Gikuyu na koguo mwiroreri umuthi ni gukorwo kinjitikiria twike interview yo umuthi na ruga ya Githweri na tutukanie na Githungu oro hanini. Ni njui kuri andu makoretwo makiuga no meririria korwo tweka tabarira ici na ruthiomi rwa Githungu kana Githweri na koguo umuthi kamwanya kau ni gakorwo gakiyumiria. Gacokia ngatho muno, reke tuthikiririe kuma kuri Evangeline. Sasa
mzuri,
hata mimi niko salama sana. Nashukuru sana kwa venye umeitikia kufika hapa kwa Kirathi. Asante sana.
Sawa, hata mimi nimeshukuru kwa kunikaribisha kwa wakati huu. Nashukuru. Yeah.
Asante sana Evangeline. Sasa ni watu wengi wanaweza taka kujua pengine Evangeline amezaliwa wapi, amelelewa wapi na pengine pahali aligrow kulikuwa kunaitwaje?
Okay, mimi nilizaliwa Embu County. Pahali kunaitwa Nguvio. Nikalelewa pale. Nikakuwa mtu mzima pale, nikasomea pale. Mpaka wakati nilifika kwenda high school, ndio nikaondoka pale. Yes.
So Evangeline, niambie, ulilelewa kwa nyumba iko na baba na mama?
Nililelewa kwa nyumba iko na baba na mama, lakini kwa sana tulikuwa na mama yetu kwa sababu my dad alikuwa away most of the time. So many times I can count the number of the days my father was around. So mama yangu ni kama alikuwa ndio mama, baba ndiye anashughulika tutasoma nini. Na pia pale tulikuwa na in-laws akina my shosho, the extended family. So tulilewa in hiyo environment ya in the village where your mother ameoleka, baba ameenda kutafuta, mmebaki pale, mkajipata grow in that kind of family.
Nieleze, mmezaliwa mkiwa wangapi kwenu?
Tumezaliwa tukiwa 6 na wazazi wawili.
Haya, hebu nieleze, kabla hujafika wakati ambapo ulipelekwa, pahali ulipelekwa utatueleza, ndio ifike utakeketwa. Pengine before hapo, wewe mwenyewe ulikuwa ushaisikia stories za wasichana kukeketwa uko Embu?
Sikuwa nimesikia, na mwanzo hata hukujua ni kukeketwa. Hukujua ni nini inaendelea kwa sababu unajua ukikuwa mtoto unaamka unaenda shule unacheza maisha inaendelea. Na pia pale Embu maneno ya ukeketaji iko silent, iko very silent, si kama vile Masai unajua certain seasons. Kwa sababu pia like in Narok ama Masailand utapata msichana amekeketwa, ameozwa. Sasa pale Embu iko silent kwa sababu ni kitu inafanyika kwa familia, imenyamaziwa, community hawazungumzi, na pia watoto hawaelezwi. So ni kitu iko very silent, hautaisikia, na that's why even now imemea mizizi. You see, if the society does not talk about something, inaendelea tu kufanyika, kwa sababu hata kwa wakati huu nilipotoa story yangu hata wananiza Embu,
you know, hawaamini inaweza fanyika huko.
Yes, it's they think ni vitu za huko Umasaini, Samburu. So ni kitu imenyamaziwa, so mimi sikuwaisikia, sikutarajia. You know, as a child you just want to grow up as a child with no pain. Kuna zile ordinary pains like struggling to get a food meal, to get a meal, pay school fees, which was normal in the community. But huku expect ati mwili wako itafika pahali utakuwa exposed to pain yenye you're not prepared for.
So Mukami, kama unaweza kumbuka ulikuwa how old, na ukijaribu kueleza vizuri unaweza kumbuka from morning venye hiyo siku kulikuwa, hiyo siku ulipelekwa saa ngapi, ulirudi nyumbani na nani, mlienda na nani? Anza na kutueleza how old you were by then.
Okay, tulikuwa tumefunga shule. Siwezi kumbuka ilikuwa August ama ilikuwa December, but ilikuwa tu school holiday. So my mom kawaida angeamka ende atafute, sisi tubaki tutafute kuni you know, tufanye the normal kazi za nyumba pale nyumbani kama watoto. Unajua mama alikuwa anasema nipate mmefanya hivi, mmefanya hivi. Na hata asiposema tunajua atasema in the opposite. Nipate hata mmecheza huku, lakini mtoto pia hajaoga, lakini hata asiposema aseme opposite, tunajua ile anamaanisha. So na sasa kwa sababu mama yetu pale ndiye alikuwa mzazi, like a mother and a father, of course hata sisi tulitaka kumsaidia kwa sababu tuliona ule uzito wa majukumu yenye alikuwa nayo. So aliondoka, sisi tukabaki na tukaenda kucheza, tukaenda kufanya kazi zetu. So at around 11 tukaona aunti yangu amekuja with 4 other women. Shosho akakuja akipiga, you know, those ngemis, ameshangilia. So tunashangaa nini imefanyika. So tukaambiwa tuende tuoge, as in kuoga ilikuwa jioni. Na unajua sasa kwetu pale nili grow, hata kukukuwa na bafu ya kuogea. Tulikuwa tunaogea kwa nyumba ya pale mamangu alikuwa analala hapo nyuma. Sasa nyuma ya kitanda yake, na tulikuwa tunaoga jioni. Tulikuwa tunajua masaa ya kuoga ni kuoga kama unaingia kwa kulala. So tunashangaa kwani tunaenda wapi, na wageni hao wote wamekuja kufanya nini? Bado si kama ni mtoto unaoga tu, na hiyo si kwa kuuliza maswali. Si kama saizi unaambia mtoto kitu anataka atuliza
mama kwa nini nioge saizi,
kwani tunaenda. So tukaenda tukaoga. Alafu sasa tukaambiwa tukae kwa one hiyo room yenye tulikuwa tunalala. So nikaona hizi nini za ndizi zimekatwa. Those are the small details I can remember. Sasa nikasema hii kitu lazima ikuwe ni kitu mbaya. Ama wameamua kutuua. You know, as a child the things that come into. So kulikuwa na kadirisha pale kwa bedroom. Sijui ni nini, but my mind imefreeze na imeniambia I am at risk. Na mimi kutoka utotoni, I am a very fast thinker. If I think of something, I do it immediately. I take an action. So nikakuwa in flight mode. Nikatorokea kwa kadirisha, nikakimbia.
Ukaenda wapi?
So I'm running away uko kwa barabara. So another woman akanishika, akanirudisha nyumbani. Kumbe pia aunti yangu sasa walikuwa aware what was happening. But si hakuna mtu ametuelezea. So nikarudishwa nyumbani. So nashangaa aunti yangu kama ananirudisha nyumbani, basi si kitu mbaya. Niliingia nikaenda, nikashikwa na aunti zangu kwa nguvu. So wakaanza kuniambia sasa, unajua tunataka ukue mwanamke, utakuwa mtu mzima. Sasa anashangaa, I am a child, nitakuwa mwanamke saa ngapi na kwa nini, as in what has changed? So hiyo time hata nikaanza kusema na babangu wako wapi? You know the way you're thinking your father is around. Na kwani shosho yangu wako hapa na mimi kwanza nimenemiwa after shosho yangu, mbona wananiambia hivyo? So unashikwa kwa nguvu. So unaambiwa hakuna kushake, hakuna ukishake utakatwa.
Sasa wamekueleza atakukata wapi?
Hakuna kueleza,
but utakuwa mwanamke,
utakuwa mwanamke, utakuwa mtu mzima. Usishake. Ukishake utafanya daktari. Na sasa unaambiwa hapo na aunti yangu sasa ati daktari atakudunga sindano ya kukutuliza. All this while your mind is running wild. You're a child, you don't know ni nini hii unaambiwa yote. I make sense. So within no time
sasa umevalia dress. Sasa
umefungwa leso. Sasa umefungwa, hata siwezi kumbuka ni leso ya kitanda, something wrapped. So umetolewa hiyo rapa. So mimi nashangaa kila wakati unaambiwa kama wewe ni msichana usionyeshe uchi wako. Sasa why are they exposing my private parts to these village women? My private parts are supposed to be my private parts. So sasa hapo ndio nikadungwa sindano ya kwanza. Nakwambia mpaka wa leo nasikianga hii mguu imefreeze.
Ulidungwa wapi?
Kwa sehemu ya siri. Nikadungwa ya pili. By then I almost fainted. Nilisikia uchungu yenye sijaisikia.
Oh my God.
Sasa nikashangaa, kwani what these people are they doing? What are they doing? Sasa hata after umegandishwa, sasa hiyo walikuwa nasema sasa wamekunamp. Na unajua pale kijijini kila mtu ni daktari. Hata kama unafanya hospitali na wewe ni watchman, wewe ni daktari, unaweza itwa. Na nakumbuka the previous night huyo mwenye alikuwa ameitwa sasa as the doctor, alikuja kwetu na wakachemsha hizo sindano. Basi na zikachemsha. Na unajua sasa hizo sindano za kuchemshwa ni zile ngumu, by the time ina penetrate ni zile zilikuwa mpaka inatoka na nyama. So una imagine sasa hiyo nini uki-injectwa in your private parts. So that was the worst pain. Yani nilisikia pain mpaka nikanamp. Nasikia mpaka mwisho wa nywele, nasikia mpaka kwa vidole. So hata by the time while I was being cut, my mind was just in pain. So there was a lot of blood there, and it's something that took like five or less minutes. Alafu unaambiwa usishake. Unajua unapewa conditions, watu unapaswa ujikaze. Sasa umekuwa mwanamke. Those are the words they are telling you. Sasa hizo ndizo unasikia, but unashangaa
ni nini wanasema.
Ni nini? So after that wanachukua cotton wool, wanakuweka in your private parts, unaambiwa uende. So it was
mkaenda bedroom
let me say it was such a nightmare. And from then mimi nilidevelop pain yenye it never went away. Alafu sasa mi within the second day, me being me, I was out playing. Nilishambwa nimekuwa mwanamke. Me, I was a tomboy. I was always on trees. So anaambia na aunti zangu, wewe tulikwambia nini? But mimi it can't click in my mind, because in my mind I am still a baby. I am still a baby. So I don't know even at what point I got healed. The pain was still there. Hata ukitembea or unajaribu kupanda pahali una realize something happened.
Shule watu walijua.
See, I'm telling you, it's something that is not spoken. It is the unspoken in the community. After we went back to school now, I would feel nikinama na umwa ile sindano mguu. You know, I would feel a few things that were not here or there. Then when I was the following year, that is the time now I started realizing something growing. So
exactly
nikasema,
why you were
yes. So nikasema, ama it is cut, then it grows. So ikaendelea kugrow. One, uliambiwa ni mwanamke, utulie na shida zako, as in you're not supposed to tell your problems to anyone. And now I could not trust anyone. I could not trust my shosho, my aunties, my anyone. So I kept to myself. Yeah.
Oh my God. So now tell me, when you realized kuna kitu ina grow hapo, what was your immediate action? Uliambia nani? Ulifanya nini? Na hiyo ilikuwa ina grow ni kama nini?
Ilikuwa tu kama lump. You see, that time also ndio nilikuwa nimeingia teenage. Nimekuwa teenager, nimeanza kumea matiti, you know. So a lot of changes in my body were happening. So I didn't know if it was amongst the change or it wasn't. But I could notice something growing, keeps growing. But I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't know these people put me through this pain.
Yes, what else
how would I go
do?
back to them? Probably nitarudi waniambie hii pia tutakata.
Oh my God.
So I didn't, and you see now where we grew, even going to the hospital was, you wouldn't wake up and you want to go to the hospital, no. Yeah.
So eventually now, what did you do? Is it removed yet? Ama bado uko nayo ama kulienda aje?
So I stayed with it. I stayed with it when I went to campus.
Umenyamaza nayo hivi yote?
Nimenyamaza. Sasa hata imegrow kabisa, imegrow. It is a big thing.
Like what size?
It is a big thing even at times when you put on a panty. So there is somewhere I posted on my Facebook wall, I don't like putting panties, and people made fun of it. But it's because now this thing was so big. It was, I don't know, it got even to a size of like a tangerine.
Wow.
Yes.
God,
and I kept quiet. Yeah. So when I went to campus, there was a hospital, a mission hospital. One, I didn't have the money.
Yes.
Two, I knew my mother was struggling. Nikaenda ile hospitali ya mission. So the first time, the assessment, hata kukua assessed nilikuwa nina freeze mpaka huo daktari alikuwa ananiuliza ni nini. She even asked me kama nishawahi repiwa. Because alinishika hivi tu nikaganda. So the doctor, I remember it was a white doctor. It was a mission hospital. So akaniambia it's a cyst. Na inataka itolewe immediately. So by good luck, they were doing camps, medical camp. So in a month's time I went, ikatolewa. Then
did it take long to heal?
It didn't take long, but after 2 years, it started growing.
Again?
Yes. So I still went to another hospital. This time I was doing my internship somewhere. So I got a referral. I went to another hospital. Nikaambiwa, they were doing fistulas. So the person who referred me, because unajua unaelezea mtu, alifikiria ni fistula. So nikamwambia, no, I haven't even given birth, you know. So when I got there, they could not even operate. So I stayed with it for like 6 years. So
bigger than the first one?
Yes, bigger than the first one, by far.
Ilikuwa ina-interfere ukitembea ama ukitaka kwenda haja ndogo?
Yeah, and of course now you can't go for things like pap smear, you can't date. You're just in your own world.
That's what I wanted to come to.
Yeah,
about
and
dating.
It's not painful, but you have this thing that you don't know what it is. As in, you know.
Sure.
And you're a young person, you're in campus, you know, you're just confused.
Nikuulize, kabla tuende hapo vile sasa ilitolewa mara ya pili, Mukami nieleze watu wakiwa campus, of course hapo ndo unapata boyfriend wa kwanza, wa pili, wa kwanza akikuacha hivyo. Pengine uliweza kueleza boyfriend mwenye mmepata naye what you have inside, or it was so difficult for you to date and even get intimate?
It was very difficult. One, not even because of the cysts, first of all, though it might also have created some fears. But one, it was because of coming from a very dysfunctional family and with a lot of poverty. So for me, I knew if I got a baby in campus, where would I take this baby? So I was so focused in my studies, and in campus now, this is where I got even the opportunity to do business, to earn more income, to take my brothers to school, to build a house for my mother, you know, to live.
Ulikuwa nafanya biashara huko?
Kabisa.
Nani alikusomesha nini campus?
That's a story for another day.
Or someone did it for you?
No, I did it for myself.
Kujisomesha campus?
Yes, nilijisomesha mwenyewe. I would clean clothes for people. I'll be a caretaker somewhere. I'll get squads kwa matatu. I did all manner of things.
We'll have to do a story on you again.
I would cook chips, so that's a story for another day. But I was so busy because I got this opportunity where I came from a very poor family.
Yes.
But now I have realized here I can earn a coin to school to educate myself. And every time I'll get into a relationship, I would drop it very fast. One, pregnancy. Two, I am suffering my own battles. My own, I have the cysts. I have even the first time we meet, you tell me you're interested, that is the end. It can't go. Even a friend of mine called Jackie, she was telling me, now we know why you used to run away. Because even one time they told me, we are going to get you a boyfriend. You can't be in campus for 4 years and you've not dated. So, but you know, you're in campus, you're from different backgrounds. You don't know who to tell your story. But for me, I knew why I was there. And I knew some things that I had to do. But also the cyst was also a factor. But even after kutolewa the cyst, I didn't even date. I found myself this pain inside. I would conflict with everyone. Everyone. I would not even maintain friends. You know, would be friends. Yes, would be friends with you. You take maybe my jacket to put on. That's the end of our friendship. Yes, and it is done. You come and ask me, what did I do? I say, forget it. So I love that space because it was a moment also I was able to build my entrepreneurial skills, to earn. I had a lot of money in campus, a lot. There were even days, yes, there were even days I used to go and bank 40,000
a day
as a student. Yes. I would sell eggs. I would.
You know, eggs are fast moving.
Yes, people in campus eat eggs for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner. My room, there was a time I could not share with a roommate. It was a kiosk, even under my. Yes. That's actually how I earned now some more money to sponsor my surgery. Yes, my now second surgery.
Yes.
I had money, so I went to a private. Private. After where I was referred, they said they were only doing fistula.
Fistula, yes, I remember.
So I went and I sponsored myself. It was around 100,000. So I was admitted. Yes, I did it for myself. Now I was rich. I was not begging. Yes. I did the surgery. And I came back to campus, I think after 2 days. For 4 years, actually when I was in campus, I never went home. I didn't go home. I was just in business. Yes. Even over the holiday, I was just...
You were a private student or public?
I was a public student. Yes, I was a public student. So, after that surgery, 5 years, I cleared campus.
Yes.
Moved on with my life, even got a baby, got my firstborn, got employed. Then
did you tell your partner kuhusu hii mambo ya kipekee?
No. No. That's why I'm telling you, most men have women who have gone through FGM, but they don't know. People don't know their anatomy. Men don't know how a vagina or how a complete woman should look like.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and mostly people have sex in darkness.
Yes. So hata hutajua.
Yes, so hutajua. And you see now, like for me, I told my husband now, later when now the cyst came back.
Oh, it came back.
Yes, the cyst came back.
When you already had your first baby.
Yes, when I had my first baby, the cyst came back. Now came back with the sisters, the brothers, everyone. Yeah.
They came back as many.
Yes, as many, and grew very fast. Grew very fast. When I approached the insurance, now I was working. I had even built my mother a permanent house. Wow. So we had some financial freedom. My husband was working, I was working. When I approached the insurance, they said, no, that is an aesthetic. It's for beauty. They don't cover such. So we came back with my husband. and we fundraised. We sourced for a hospital. We went. That surgery cost me 800,000.
800K without any insurance.
Without any insurance. And that's why for me, every day I wake up, I work hard because I know there are times where you require money and no one will be there to support you. And it is not leisure. It is something that urgently you need. It interferes with your self-esteem. Now, suddenly, I thought I was past my bitterness. I had been married, but now all that came back.
What was the reaction of your
I got conflict. He was very supportive, but you see, also personally, I was hurting. So when you hurt others.
Yes.
So I would also want him to pity me, to understand me, you know, to be this type of a person who atiwoye. So I would also push him down until he would say now to hell. As in,
I know.
Yeah, what is this? So after the surgery, now of course financially we are strained. I am well. I even got my second born. We are moving on with life. I went back to do my master's. Then got even my third born. Then the cyst is back.
Again?
Yes.
This is now the fourth time.
The fourth time. It is back. It is back. And now this is the time now I even started thinking of suicide. But I would hold my children and see now. For me, I struggled with my mother if I am not there. And one time I thought even killing me and my children, you know, all of us, you know, because I felt why, as in why me, why all this. But for me, what actually keeps me moving, I hate pity. I hate self-pity. I hate pushing myself. Ati ninajeka kwa kakona nihurumiwe. So I knew this is a lot of money also, I'll be required, but I was willing to go
that mile.
Yes. So I started reading, I started doing research. In 2018, immediately I gave birth. In 2015, the cyst came back. So I realized I started researching about FGM, what it does, because I started now thinking, where did this thing start? Yes. At what point? What happened? So I started doing a lot of research, a lot of reading. So I was told there is a camp coming. I called a certain number. They had talked about FGM, how they come in Kenya to support. Online? Yes, online. You know, now technology is here. Yes. You know, in 2016, many things are moving. You're getting a lot of information. You Google. So, and even those other years, I used to Google, but about cysts, not about FGM. I didn't think it had any relationship. So, I knew there is a relationship between this and FGM. So I now decided to look for FGM specialists. Yes. So I remember in 2016, I went for a camp in Karen Hospital. It had been organized by Clitoraid and a few other doctors. So when I went, there were over 800 women who were there having experienced FGM challenges. Real? Yes. So they only managed to do reconstructive surgery for 500. So for us, we were told to try the following year. The following year, I still went.
You still have the cyst with you?
Yes, and now it's growing very fast. So I even got a loan. Now 2017, they said they were still fundraising. They didn't have money. So I flew myself to Eldoret. Got a loan, went, had an operation.
At how much?
It was around 400 and something. Now with the flights and everything, close to 500. This time I haven't even told my husband. Because I'm feeling, even our relationship is so strained. Yes. I'm feeling like I'm even a baggage to him, you know. So I went, the reconstructive, the cyst was removed. I came back. And 6 months down the line, the cyst is starting to grow. It's starting to grow again. This is the time now I just felt 2016 was my toughest year because I had even been promoted at work. I was managing very many staff, but I was very brutal to them. Yeah. and for me, I am very hardworking, extra, as in I will go to any length to ensure kazi imefanyika. Kama tunafanya kazi, tutafanya, hakuna mchezo. But unapata, maybe someone is expectant, anakwambia nasikia vibaya. I would even tell someone, mimba si ugonjwa. As in, you know, because
this thing had taken you
now I am just feeling, if me, I have my own problem, as in inside najuliza, you should know what I am going through, as in this is nothing. But you see, when you're supervising, and that's why personally I tell people at managerial level, deal with be self-aware about issues zenye una deal nazo. Si ati utajiseparate, usikue ati you're different from the person at home and no. But nikienda kwa ofisi nitaka nikijita Eva. Asubuhi mligombana na bwana. Please don't bring your problems here. Yes. So 2016 was very bad to such an extent even the team walinikataa.
Wakasema
yani they said that it is enough. Yes, we are performing.
Yes.
But the team is and you know immediately I left. They could not perform. Because walikuwa mezoea marathon ile as in someone there you know you're not empowering people to
walikukatana ikabidi umeacha kazi.
Si kuacha but I was taken to a different department where I was only supervising myself with my own issues there. And you see, because for me I will work, I'll not have an issue. I've not had issues with performance, but relationship wise I've had serious issues. So, and when I look back currently, I manage people. I wouldn't even manage them a quarter of how I manage them. I totally mismanage people. You know, being inhuman. There are some things even you can tell someone, but in the same thing, like I can tell you, KINYUGO, come here. And I can tell you, come here. As in there is a difference.
And it's the same word.
It's the same word.
Come
here. Yes. So, I manage people, but I realized that I was going down, and you can't pour from an empty cup. So you go down, you're going down. People are saying, yes, you have a position, but deep inside you're dead. So the cyst is back, and now I don't know. I have a loan. I can't go to my sisters. I can't go to anyone. And 2018, 2019 were tough. They were the toughest years. Then
ilitolewa ama ulikatu nayo?
I stayed with it. I stayed with it, but by God's grace now this time it was not growing very much. But you see, at the back of my mind, I know it is growing. So even at times unaamka unauliza ama grow, you know.
Hata unaiguza usikie.
Yes, unaguza usikie. So in early this year, 2021, now I'm even contemplating separation with my partner. As in tumefika pali atuongeleshani, things are not moving. I'm in my own world. Now I have dumped myself into work. Totally. I buried myself. I would work. So 2021 tukaenda kufanya kazi. We do workplace wellness. So we went to the anti-FGM board. So immediately nikiwa pale, I'm training, but I'm thinking, what do these people do? So nikasema immediately after training nitazungumza na CEO. And when she spoke, I realized she was very social. So I went, nikasema ningependa kuona the CEO. The secretary said it's okay. So she was leaving for another meeting. But apparently she said it's okay, we can talk. Na kaeka back chini kwa ofisi yake, and she was on her way out. So nikamuza, what do they do? So she told me, and she told me I'm a survivor of FGM. Oh my God. Yani, that was the breaking point. For you. For me, for the first time I had alone. Someone spoke. She's a senior person. You know, the CEO of, you know, such a body. So I'm thinking, okay, why did she tell me that? Kwani anaona ninaka kama mimi hata, you know. But I was able to open to her, tell her about the journey. I cried in her room. Nikalia. She told me there is help available. I'm going to support you. There is this doctor. Nikamwambia, don't tell me about doctors. I've seen them all. Akanambia Dr. Ada, nikamwambia, imagine in 2016 nilienda kwa camp akasema hata niona as in, you know, I carried also, yes. So she told me, yeah, you know, but now Dr. Adan operates his own clinic. Inaitwa Platinum Surgery. Akampigia simu tukiwa naye hapo. So akaniambia Monday uamke uende, yani she ensured she completed the referral process, the process. We stayed in the office. I released my colleagues. We were there until kitu 7.
Talking,
yes,
and
talking, telling me about her stories, how her journey was, and her journey was just my journey.
Yes, you found someone you connected.
Yes, we so connected. Yani hata tungemaliza siku mbili, we've not ajani chat, how are you? So I went to Dr. Adan. Nikaenda
na negomba gugupose ni je Mukami ni ugaga kuyuka nini ka haraihu. I'll pause kidogo, we take a short break so that when you come back for the part 2 you can continue telling us now what happened with the doctor. Because I think now that was the turnaround.
That was it.
Thank you. Kuma hato kwa baguikiria oro hanini ndirehoka ni uratwarana na ithu ikinya gwa ikinya na rugano rwa Mukami ndiyo ka ni uranyita ate oria ngukwirete kiambiriria mathina matituraga ni mokaga no ugathie oke marugaga o woka ukarwa naguo ugathie ugikinyukagia ikinya riu ringi tugicokereria tugukorwo tukigwa part 2 ya rugano rwa Mukami no ihinda-ini riri ndenda gukwiririkania ati tabarira ya kirathi gia Karo Kinyugo MWAURA irugamirirwo ni kambuni ya wendia wa migunda ya Brico Homes mari na migunda kuria mwena wa Nyahururu mena migunda Kitengela Mai Mahio ona ningi guku Juja Farm na ningi ndomenya ati ihinda-ini riri migunda iria iri Juja Farm no ukorwo ukiyukia mugunda kundu kwina rami kundu gukurite muno gwina thitima na ningi kuri na mai na muigana wa 490,000 Kenya shillings na nigetha ukorwo ukigura broti na Brico Homes ningi ndohure na beo iri house screen ni yaku ikuo ni muiritu etagwo Pauline na ni agukorwo agigutara njira iria iri ho bacirire cia kuyukia mugunda na Brico Homes. Karibu sana oro rigi ino ni tabarira ya kirathi gia Karo Kinyugo MWAURA na ino ni segment ria yuikaine ta This Is Me daturathikiriria rugano rwa Mukami. Riu Mukami gutwiraga kwi namba waheirwo ya ndagitari na mukihura thimu na gwituika riria uguthie na riu no wakinya kwa ndagitari.
Sasa nikaenda kwa daktari. That Monday I was very anxious. Akanikaribisha vizuri sana, tukaongea. You know, ukienda kwa daktari we expect mtu friendly.
Yes, mtu
but mimi sasa nilipata mtu very social. Akaniambia, you're from Embu, your name betrays you. Where you're coming from. Ati uko wamekuwa notorious. So tukakaa chini, akanieleza, akanipatia story yake. Akaniambia, nikamwambia vile nilienda 2016 nikakuwa disappointed. Akaniambia wanakuanga overwhelmed. So akaniambia every year anafanyanga reconstructive surgery to 100 women
wenye wamepitia FGM.
Wenye wamepitia.
So I think it's rampant. Ni vile aiongelewi sana.
Yes, actually ukiangalia kwa UNICEF wanasema 4 million Kenyan women wame undergo the cut.
That's a big
number. And it could be more. You know, these are the statistics.
Yes, and some go unreported.
Some go unreported. But how many millions are we women in Kenya? So I am in that statistic personally. So it is not something very good. So daktari aliniambia, so nikamwambia what I have gone through, the many operations. Akaniambia now this year 2021 hawana hiyo funding. But niende nitafute pesa. Nikamuuliza sasa how much are we talking about? Akaniambia the CEO ameniongelesha about you having umetumia pesa yako yote, umezunguka, so go look for 200,000. So mimi I went home, nika discuss na my husband. So tukaona hatuwezi raise hiyo 200. So daktari akaniambia, is the one who called me. Akaniuliza umefika wapi? Nikamwambia sijapata pesa yote. Uko na pesa ngapi? Nikamwambia. Akaniambia you come. So nikaenda, yes, akanifanyia assessment. You know, in the assessment, this is the time sasa hata anakuambia hii growth. It's because of mishipa ilikuwa interfered with. So, you know, you like unasikia kama saa zingine when someone goes for an operation then something grows there because ume interfere na you know that place was just quiet. Ama it was as a result of unajua pia hizo FGM haina usafi hata kama ukisikia ni daktari ni anything can be used. So all that inaweza kwa nipatia infection na ndio ilikuwa ina interfere na the growth of the cell. So akaniashua, tukazungumza, akafanya assessment. We agreed I go for the procedure. It was on a Friday in February.
This year now?
Yes, this year. So nikaenda. I remember niliamka asubuhi. Yani that day sikulala. You know, ninafikiria the many operations. And you see, every operation now,
you go to theater.
Every operation leaves a scar. Yes. But this daktari aliniambia I'll be able to work on all these scars, you will not have scars. So nikaenda, I didn't sleep that night. Actually that morning, nikitoka kwa nyumba, nilihit pothole na sikujua, nilienda na taya mpaka ikaisha. I didn't, yani my mind was, you know, the fear, ujui what to expect. So, ata, you know, and I'm asking myself, ninajipeleka hospitali nani atanitoa? Sijaambia anyone.
Hukuambia mtu, even your partner? Umesema
yani nilikuwa nimefika sasa mwisho wa, you know,
kumshida. And your kids umewacha na house help?
Sasa nimeenda, you know, I'm used to go even to Eldoret, and even my work, I travel. So, you know, you just tell them you're going for work. But now you lack moral support. You lack even your friends coming to yourself. Na mimi sitaki, by the pity sitaki. Kwanza you tell me pole, I will cry. You know, I don't like, you know, the pity things. So I went, nikaacha gari kwa petrol station, nikachukua a petrol station that I don't know. Nikachukua Uber, I went to the doctor's place. The surgery was around 7:30. Yani nilikuwa na shiva mpaka naambia simpatie glass ya wine to calm my nerves. I am just shaking. But wakakuja, the procedure took around 45 minutes, 1 hour. Then they admit you. Then the doctor keeps on, you know, checking on you. How are you going? Doing in the evening, you're discharged. It's a day's procedure. So I came home. It was a time to. I didn't even take.
You were able to drive home?
No, I took an. You remember where I left the car? Yes. So my brother went pick the car, took it home. Mimi nikaenda nini? Nikaenda na taxi mpaka home. So actually the nurse was saying immediately. Do you know? I woke up. I came to after theater. I took my laptop and joined a meeting.
You're workaholic.
Because I had not even taken leave from work. What for? As in,
utapona tu na
utaendelea. Actually, do you know, Friday came, on Monday I was in the office.
You're able to walk properly?
Yes, I drove myself to the, yes, I didn't have pain. And that's how now after around 6 weeks, you just, the tedious thing is to sit on, kama umezaa, kama kukalia maji ya chumvi. You sit in the morning, in the evening. Then, you know, even si kutoa scars peke, they're even able to bring back the clitoris.
How?
Yes. That is the amazing bit.
Mukami kidogo tafadhali, it sound personal. Nini ukatwa, what do they interfere with? Iyo sehemu, when one is FGM'd, nini huwa imekatwa?
Unajua, okay, different communities wanafanyanga FGM differently. Kulingana na traditions na culture zao. That's why unasikia FGM ni 1, 2, 3, 4. Ukifanywa assessment unaambiwa either we ni 1, we ni 2, we ni 3, we ni 4. Kuna ile 1, it's the mild, like they kata clitoris a part of it. 2 na 3 hivyo. So vile zinasonga hivyo mpaka 4 ni ile unakatwa the clitoris na unashonwa the vagina.
What for?
See, to create pleasure for men.
Apate hiyo size ni ndogo kabisa.
Yes. But now
ilikuwa 3.
Mine was 3 when the doctor did for me an assessment. And you see they do that because to contain women.
Sure.
And that's why nilisema lazima nizungumzie hii maneno ya FGM. But me, you're FGMing me, I'm with my husband every day in the house.
Sure.
As in, what are you what are you, you know, kitambo, men would go even to Nairobi to pastoralists, they would take mifugo far places. So they felt to contain their women, they had to FGM them. But now every day you're with the man in the house. Why are you FGMing the woman?
Me, surely.
Huh?
Una interfere na maisha
Yeah,
yangu.
you're interfering with the woman. So the reproductive system and also their sensation, because now the clitoris becomes a very sensitive part of a woman's body.
So how are you since the surgery this year?
So this year, the doctor, before even I went for the surgery, referred me to see a psychologist. And I was able to go through sessions, you know, to deal with my pain, with my traumas, you know, just to be in touch with myself. So I started, because aliniambia, I'll do for you the reconstructive surgery, but you're so broken. So one, you need to reconcile with yourself, to forgive yourself. You've beaten yourself so hard, so that also you may know how to relate with people, and you can have, you know, peace. So I went for the sessions. I did a total of almost 80 counseling sessions. 80? Yes. And at times I would just go into the counselor's room and cry
without saying a word.
Without saying a word, because I had baggage and baggage.
Did your children realize that sometimes you're broken?
Yes, I was very brutal to them. Very bad. I didn't even have time for them. Me, I'm always at work. I'm always doing my shugulis. You know, staki. I don't want any, you know, I am off. Yes, actually one time a lady told me I don't behave like a mother, because I would never talk about my kids. I would never go with them anywhere. Yeah, you know, you've given birth, but wakae nyumbani, wakae na house girl. So you do the bare minimum. And you see, personally, I've seen a lot of change, because like now we do a lot of things with my kids. We talk a lot.
You bake together.
We bake together. We cook together. We get recipes. And because we are told dysfunctional parents bring forth dysfunctional children.
Yes.
So if you're broken, there is no way you're going to be not broken to your kids.
Yes.
You can't be broken in the office and unbroken at home. No. Yeah. So for me, I would say physically, psychologically, I'm healed.
Wow.
The scars are gone. You know, even for the first time this year, I went for a pap smear. Mi nilikuwa nasikianga story. Pap smear, as in how would I go and open my legs to a doctor? The first thing they're asking, kwanza, I remember one time, yani doctors at times and nurses are insensitive. One time a nurse, when I was going to deliver, the nurse, I don't know what walikuwa nanieka nikienda theater, I think a catheter. And the nurse asked, nani alikufanyia hivi? I cried.
Alikufanyia ni akakuweka scars ama?
Nani alikufanyia hivi? You know, so bad, so roughly. I cried mpaka hata nikienda theater, mpaka daktari ananiuliza, unaogopa? But you see, those words zilinikwaza, as in, if only I had a choice. You know, and now you shy away even from going to like even checkups, like pap smear. You know, even when you're going to deliver, you're like, where am I starting? You know? Where, you know? So it puts for you in certain circumstances. And for me, I was not even to tell my story. I was just doing this for my own healing. But I remember this year, immediately, I think in April, I was now doing my sessions. I was completely healed. And Churchill, I think there was a post on Churchill, and Churchill said on Facebook, if you got 10 million, what would you do? Then I said I would sponsor, like, I think 10 women to do the reconstructive surgery, survivors of FGM. My inbox was full. Where is this found? Is it real? People I grew with, people who are my neighbors, people who are my friends, others I don't know. So, and I kept on referring them to Dr. Adan. And Dr. Adan told me he's just overwhelmed. The number, from that post alone, the number of people, and it was not even my post.
Dying inside with this kind of pain.
Yeah, someone is telling you I'm divorced. Someone is telling me I'm in my third marriage. I will not forgive my mother. I hate my clan. you know, personally, I don't carry any grudge against my mother because, like, recently we had a chat with her this year, I think at around May, and I asked her why we had to go through that, and she said, my shusho said, kwake wasichana wote lazima wakatwe, lazima wakeketwe. So, but I decided not to carry grudges.
Yes. So your heart is clean?
Yes, yes. And why I'm talking, I'm not even talking at it because my community is bad or my parents are bad. I'm talking because even as we are talking, another girl is going through FGM.
Yes.
Someone else has lost a baby because of FGM.
Sure.
Someone else is losing a marriage because they are sexually
losing their lives
dysfunctional.
as
Yes.
well. Yeah.
Yes. We have even someone who committed suicide in 2014, a lady I know, from the complications of FGM. She lost pregnancies and pregnancies. So I'm talking because there is no medical benefits of female genital mutilation. When I did my first story, it was just done by a friend of mine who told me, you should tell your story. And I said, why am I? To who, as in, how am I telling my story? So she came and I had taken my kids to swim and she took a video. Then she gave me she sent the video. It is raw. Then I sent it to the CEO, my friend now, FGM board, anti-FGM board. Then in the evening, it had taken rounds and back to me. I forgot to tell her that it's not for sharing, but she shared. She said, you've decided to talk. Wow. As in the first survivor who has decided to talk about these things.
Yes.
So now I just put it on Facebook and I'm telling you, I'm just overwhelmed. Women are broken. Yes. Women are broken.
And
people are bitter.
This, yeah.
They have nowhere, and the sexual matters in Africa are unspoken about. But you'll hear even words like, my husband told me I can't satisfy him. And you see, it's not even about satisfying. It's because when you undergo through FGM, the pain is in you. Even during sexual activity, you actually, your esteem is completely compromised. And you're feeling like, you know, you're not worth, you know.
I know.
So, for me, that's the reason why I spoke. And that's the reason why mimi ningependa, we start talking about these things. Zimekuwa zimefunikiwa kwa carpet for so long. Women have suffered.
Actually, lately, it's even been done forcefully on even older women. Forcefully, kabisa.
Yes. Yes, I have friends of mine who came to Facebook and told me, for me, my community and my mother spared me from FGM. But when I got married, when I went to deliver, my husband paid the nurse to FGM me. Anikekete. As in, mwanamke mzima unaponesha kindoda ya kuzaa na pia ya ukeketaji. As in, what the hell?
Painful.
As in, this is a woman you've married and you get married to someone, you choose them the way they are.
Sure.
One, there is no consent. Hata huyo nurse akipatikana, because saizi kuna the anti-FGM law.
There is.
You will be sent in. And why are you doing that?
Sure.
If another community does not believe in that and someone has not undergone through
and
that.
And the country is trying to fight
it
as well.
Even the president. You know, imagine president anaenda yani one item the president alicommit ni FGM. Yet kuna poverty huku, kuna other things, kuna COVID, kuna malaria, kuna HIV, but aliona tu FGM. Why? Because hata tukifika 2030 tukwe tumeachieve the vision 2030, but people are broken. People are living in broken lives. I bring up my kids broken. I am also broken. My children are broken. So we are bringing up broken society. Because of one thing that you're exposing your child. A child should be a child. Let them play, let them grow. So already I don't have enough food to eat, school fees to take me to school, but you're still exposing me to
this kind of thing.
So for me, sitaki kublame mtu yoyote, mzazi wangu or you know the circumstances, but I want to tell parents those things ati wanahind ati society lisema ati shosho yako aliacha sauti, that is nonsense. Ati hata mimi nataka kuacha yangu saizi sauti. Niseme no other woman is going to go through pain. Hii statistics ya 4 million, we need to bring it to a stop kwa sababu kama kitu haina maana health wise, why are you exposing your child to that?
And a lifetime trauma, you know. Wow, Mukami, I'm so grateful. I would like, through this camera, you can have your final word. You're grateful that umetupea safari yako kutoka Embu pahali ulipitia hii yote. And here you are, encouraging people and doing so much. I know there's so much we spoke of CAF that we said we still cover hapa kwa hii show. So I would want you to say something kwa camera. And number 2, if you don't mind, you can share your contact. Juu najua ni watu wengi wanaweza taka kukufikia. Maybe those who have gone through the same kind of thing.
Sawa. So thank you. Asante sana kwa this time for having me and creating a platform yenye tunaweza zungumzia maneno ambayo hayazungumziwi.
Very true.
Na tunasema haya maneno tusipoyazungumza nani atazungumza. For me, I am very good in telling other people's stories, but this time I decided to tell my story because I felt so far I have even people who are telling me they are living because I am an example. If I have gone through that and someone else has gone through something but not as big as that, and they've been self-pitying, mtu ameacha kazi, labda whatever imempata, labda waliachana na bwana ama hajapata mtoto, whatever they are struggling with, there is help available. For me, counseling imenisaidia sana to be in touch with myself, to talk about my past. I never spoke about my pain to everyone. But you see how I spoke about it was stepping on other people. You know, by kifua, forcing things, it has to be this way. You know, your opinion doesn't matter.
Yes.
So we are living with pain. All of us, we go through pain. It's normal, but there is help available. For me, I'm very passionate about survivors of female genital mutilation because one woman spoke to me about her life. It changed my life.
Sure.
I was at a point where my family was, breaking apart. A point where even myself, having accomplished a lot in my career, it didn't make sense. You know, you're waking up in the morning, kuamka tu unapelekwa na upepo. So, for me, I would like to speak to people who are struggling with different things. For me, if you're struggling with female genital mutilation, you can be in touch. We can talk. I can see how I can support you, give you a referral. Because also female genital mutilation, a lot of it comes with some health complications, not only cysts, others also get other complications. So we can be able to refer you appropriately, but also just having someone to be there to talk to and someone to listen to you. You know, someone who has gone through the same path, maybe not similar, but someone who has a clue of what that feels like. And there is help available. And by beating yourself or beating yourself too hard, you will not change the past. By being bitter about your parents, you know, by the society, but you can do something about it to be able to get to an end of your pain. Yeah.
Wow.
So yote inaweza ezekana, ninaweza acha namba yangu. You can get me through 0721843966. My email address is ndwigamukami@gmail.com. You can get me also. I have posted my videos on my journey on YouTube, so you can get me on YouTube at Evangeline Mukami. So you can subscribe, you can like, you can follow, and we will be able to support each other.
That's very okay. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. Na ndirehoka onawe mwiroreri wa kirathi gya Karo KINYUGO MWAURA tabarĩra-inĩ ya This Is Me atĩ onawe nĩ wagunĩka nĩ rũgano rũu rwa Mukami. Ririkana to guoga no ũthiĩ thĩinĩ wa YouTube channel yake auga ĩtagwo Evangeline Mukami nĩgetha ũkorwo ũkĩrũmĩrĩra. Ririkana like video ciake, share and also remember to subscribe nĩgetha kĩrĩa gĩothe akorwo agĩkĩharĩria thĩinĩ wa channel yake onawe gĩgakorwo gĩgĩgũkinyĩra. No aheana namba yake ya thimũ nĩgetha ũngĩkorwo ũkĩenda ũteithio wake no ukorwo ukimuhurira. Ningi no ugukorwo ukiamukira thimu au gwiciria hatirĩ na mundu ũngĩ kwamukira. So be ready and easy to just call nigetha ukorwo ugiteithika. O ringi ni ngwenda gucokeria ngatho ni uguo uthianĩtie na kirathi gya Karo KINYUGO MWAURA kuma harĩa twambĩrĩirie nginya rĩu ni ukoretwo like ugishare ugasubscribe tugakinyĩra andũ aingĩ tugathomithania maũndũ matiganĩte na nginya kirathi kĩa ũmũthĩ kiuma kĩa bata mũno. Ni njũĩ nĩ gĩkũguna atumia aingĩ arĩa maragerera ruo no makeyumbe magekunĩka kana magekunĩkanĩrie nĩ ruo rũu tondũ hihi wa kũigua thoni kana makaigua marĩ bita atĩ matingĩhota kwaria na tondũ Mukami nĩ aria rĩ nĩ ingĩenda onawe yarie ririkana uga atĩ mũtumia ũmwe niwe wacenjirie mũtũrĩre wake koguo thĩinĩ wa tabarĩra ĩno ona niĩ ndĩrenda rũgano rwa Mukami rũkorwo rũrĩ rwa gũcenjia mũtũrĩre waku gũcokia thutha hanini ngũririkania atĩ kĩrathi gĩa Karo Kĩnyugo MWAURA kĩrũgamĩrĩirwo nĩ kambuni ya wendia wa mĩgũnda ya Brico Homes na Brico Homes ihinda-inĩ rĩrĩ marĩ na mĩgũnda kũrĩa mwena wa Juja Farm Athi mĩgũnda ĩno ĩrathiĩ na cash offer ya 490,000 ũngĩkorwo nĩ ũkwenda mũgũnda mwena ũcio ririkana kũu nĩ kũndũ gũkũrĩte mũno kũu nĩ kuo andũ marorĩra magake nyũmba ciao cia gũikara nĩ kũndũ gwĩ gũkuhĩ na highway ino ya Thika Road ningĩ nĩ kũndũ gwakĩtwo bara ĩno ya rami ĩrĩga gwakwo nĩ thirikari ĩingĩrĩte ũguo kwĩna macukuru kwĩna thitima kwĩna maĩ kũu nĩkuo ndĩrenda ũthiĩ ũgaikare ĩyo nĩyo investment ya bata ũgũkorwo ũgĩka na nĩgetha ũgũre mũgũnda kũgerera Brico Homes ingĩenda ũhũre namba ĩyo ĩ hau screen-inĩ yaku na nĩ ũgũkorwo ũgĩtarĩrio makĩria angĩkorwo ndũkũhota kũrĩha na cash nĩ ũgũtarĩrio ũrĩa mũtaratara wa gũkorwo ũkĩrĩha na marĩhi ma kahora ũgũtwarithio na mbere niĩ njĩtagwo Karo Kĩnyugo MWAURA na tabarĩra ya ũmũthĩ tũkũmĩharĩria thĩinĩ wa mũkawa wa Sportsview Kasarani Sportsview Kasarani ngwĩraga nĩ kũndũ gũkoragwo na kũndũ kwega kwa andũ kũhurũkĩra ta thutha wakwa nĩ njũĩ nĩ ũrona itĩ na maburi nĩ kũndũ kwĩ mĩtĩ mĩega ĩna rĩera rĩega kwĩ nyũmba nyingĩ cia mĩcemanio nĩ kũrĩ kũndũ gwa ciana gũthakĩra na gũtubĩra ningĩ irio iria makoragwo makĩihũrĩra arĩa moka mũkawa-inĩ ũyũ nĩ irio ikoragwo irĩ njega nacio services cia waiters na attendants ao onacio nĩ njega mũno ningĩ ũngĩkorwo ũkĩte gũcera Nairobi na ndũrĩ na gwa kũrara nĩ marĩ na rumu cia andũ kũrarĩrĩra na maya mothe nĩ kũgerera thogora mũbacĩrĩre rĩtwa rĩakwa nĩ Karo Kĩnyugo MWAURA ngagũcokeria ngatho cia mwanya o nginya tabarĩra-inĩ ĩyo ĩngĩ.